Welcome to Panfish Nation. Along with Mark, I'm Lyle. And Mark, we got some great news a while ago.
We sure did.
It was pretty important. I'm glad that he jumped out there with it. Something that you and I have been wanting for a long time, and I think will really be interesting. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. I'd like to welcome all of our folks into chat. We got a great group of people in there.
As
What do you say we
always,
go through them?
we can do that. I'd love to say hello to the people in chat as always.
Heck
I see
yeah.
Brian B. Catfish, one of the competitors this weekend. What's going on, Brian B? We got Cody from 3+1 Outdoors. What's going on, Cody? Larry's competing this weekend. Hopefully Larry will pop in there. We have the great Freddie's Outdoor Adventures. What's going on, Freddie? D, what's going on, sister? How you doing? We got Chris from Hooks and Hammocks. We got Art from 1 Ton Fishing Club. We got Big John. Big John, what's up, my friend? I'm kind of jumping through the list here. We got James Albo. What's going on, James? Jeff Barker. Jeremy Colvin Fishing. If you haven't subscribed to Jeremy, he's trying to get his subs back after after some stuff fell through with YouTube. Head over there, watch one of his videos, and so give him a sub. Let's get him back
Got a
up.
new video out today.
He does. It's on my list to watch. I got Lisa Lee in the house. How are you, Lisa? Mike Sampy, what's going on, Mike? How you doing, bud? Papa Ed, Philip Williams, Richard Andrews. Richard's in all of these chats all the time. Welcome back, Richard. Sean T. Outdoors, another man from the great state of Louisiana, I believe. Sunfish Assassin, the name kind of says it all. The great Tim Molina. What's going on, Tim? Uncle Jeep, how you doing, sir? No, I'm not waxing my chest if I lose a 1 versus 1. I'm sorry, Jeep. That's not happening.
That ain't gonna happen.
That ain't happening. Uncle Josh, 1 Ton Fishing Club. Josh's bladesmithing. Josh is a knife maker. I'm hoping that he's getting knife making videos on that channel. I have to check it out. I think I'm subbed to him. If he just changed the name or if he started a new channel, I'm not sure, Josh. I will check it out after the show. We have the great Lee from Uncle Lou's Tackle Shop. Van Taylor, what's up, Van? We have Matt from Want to Be Outdoors. Air Run in the house. Air Run's starting to come around a little more. Hopefully that means things are good in his life. Great to see you back. Buckeye Catfishing, Catmandu Outdoors, Crappie Dave Fish On. I'm finally getting the hang of how to say that name, Lyle. Let's see. J Dog's gone fishing, and he was in there talking about all sorts of stuff. J Dog, if you hear this, you and Stan need to email me your rules because I'm not going to remember everything you guys were talking about. You guys got some crazy stuff going on. Too complicated, but that's okay. You guys make the rules.
That's right.
If I can keep up with them, I am. I think I said hello to Lisa Lee. I'll say hello again. Let's see. Shanti Outdoors, Sunfish Assassin, Kelly over at the Bullock Experience. Kelly's another competitor this weekend.
Going up against practicing up a little while ago.
That's what I saw. Good for him. He's going up against Brian B, a really, really going to be a tough competitor for anybody to go up against. So I think the best way to beat somebody of that caliber is through rules. So there's a little hint. And I think I got everybody. If we see anybody that we had missed or we think we missed, we might call you out a second time. But
yes, James, I did get that picture. Thank you so much for sending it to me. We haven't tried that out yet, but I will, and I appreciate it so much. Did you get Matt with Want to Be Outdoors?
I did get Matt with Want to Be Outdoors.
Okay. The winner of there was somebody. Oh, Lance, the Hawaiian fisherman.
Lance must have came in under the radar.
Hooks and Hammocks.
I did get Chris.
Okay. Well, then I guess we got everybody.
I hope so. Justin's fishing fetish. Howdy, Justin.
Van Taylor.
Yeah, I think so. Say hello to Gabby for us, Justin.
Absolutely. The fisherman of the house in that family.
She catches some big fish out there.
He does, and her and her dad fish together, and they have a great time, and it's impressive to watch them. I consider them both great friends, and enjoy each time that I get to meet them and see them. I enjoy visiting with them. They're just really good folks. So
absolutely. So how has your week been going, Lyle?
Busy, man. Busy. I've been out in the heat more than I wanted to do, and and been doing things that I don't like to do. So yeah, but it's okay. That's part of the way we have to do things to make the world come together, and that's what we do.
Tim Molina says, "Yep, loser shaves beard.
Nope.
Bunch of damn hippies." He says,
No.
"You haven't seen me without a beard. You'd ask me to grow it back like my wife said."
James, that's awesome. You catch that fish again.
I've had a busy week too. I actually got out to do a little bit of fishing. It'll be a while before I get back out. I got plans to go out next Thursday with Cliff Laird out here on Fox River. I'm going to take him up a little further north than his boat can allow for him to go, and we're going to try going after some daytime flathead fishing. We put 3 in a boat on Thursday night. Had a lot of fun with him. He's a pretty accomplished tournament fisherman. We got to see some of those new Hellcats. He also had some new Daiwa baitcasters that really, really piqued my attention, Lyle. Only problem is they're like $230 a pop.
Yeah, well, some days are like that. John Boy's Catfishing, welcome. John Patrick Jr., welcome.
Cindy Stokes, how are you, dear?
Yeah, I do. Need to do a 2 versus 2. Being a Joey stinks.
I've done a 2 versus 2 once. It was J-Dog and Norm versus Roger and Chad. They had a pretty good day out there. And if I remember correctly, Chad and Roger did come out on top. So it'll be interesting to see how this pans out. A lot of people left there being pretty good friends because J-Dog and Chad are hanging out. I mean, J-Dog was over at Chad's house today. So that's what this is all about. Friendly competition, strengthening relationships between us in the Catfish family and having fun while we're doing it. Right, Lyle?
That's exactly right. That is exactly right. We was talking about the new deal that we just heard. You want to bring the herdie in with us?
I think we could do that. It'd be nice to have my but you need to change it. So there we go. That's much better. I feel more comfortable this way.
Chad, welcome.
What's up, brother?
What's going on, fellas?
Great show tonight, man. I had a lot of fun watching.
It was.
Dude,
it was an awesome show. Good content. Everybody was razzing each other, having a wonderful time, and that is why the bait shop is so entertaining and so fun to watch. But something caught my attention. Of course, we knew about it before, but a panfish tournament.
Yes, sir.
I think that is an excellent idea.
I agree.
I think that everybody that watches our show, or at least a high percentage of them, may want entered in that because everybody started fishing for bluegill or something similar to that.
Right.
And I think that it will be a lot of fun.
I think so too. And it's something I actually wanted to do as far back as like April, right around the start of the warm up for spring and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But just time has not been on my side, and obviously I need to go fishing too, right? So,
yep.
And then we've had the emergence of so many great tournaments out there. And trying to find just the right time has been tough. And then work has been crazy, trying to come up with everything else, family life. But it's like, I keep getting people like, when's it going to happen? There's a couple people that have been pushing for it. And I'm like, you know what?
I know one of them pretty good.
Yeah. I know. I know it's November, but I think we'll still have decent enough, fall type weather for crappie and several other great species of fish. Or there's some still great fishing in November that's not just catfish. So
I disagree. Right. The infamous Dockery incident where he was 1 versus 1 with me, the very first one. I think it was that time of year, and thank God he hit that dock roof because nobody remembers how bad he spanked me in that.
I do.
Oh yeah, I do too.
23-0.
You guys won't let me forget it, and then I just show the video.
Well, I think he still
go to Catfish Weekly. It's on. It came on around Christmas. If you want to see that video,
I do believe he still has the counter on his shelf that he beat you 23-0.
Yeah, I bet he does.
Yeah,
I bet he'd never use that again. He may have put it in a Ziploc bag to keep anybody.
Where's my button? I need to kick 2 guys off the screen.
Which
Oh, my apologies. I just noticed I was corrected in a message. It was 25-0.
Gee, I wonder who sent you that message.
I got $5 as it was Dockery.
Maybe.
What is going on, James? How you doing, bud?
But yeah, I definitely wanted to stop by and throw talk about that a little bit. I think it'll be a lot of fun. But
expand on it a little bit. Do you have any of the rules?
Real quick, guys. I hate to interrupt, but Chrissy Brown's in here. Chrissy, our thoughts go out to you. She says she can't stay. She just dropped in to give us a thumbs up. I want to make sure that she knows that we're thinking about her and Ernie.
Absolutely. I didn't know that there was something going on there. We
talked about death in the family, I believe.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. But Chrissy, it's always great to have you and Ernie and watching any of our shows.
I apologize for that, Chad, but I wanted to catch her before she left.
No need to apologize. Absolutely agree.
Hey, there's Super Dave 336.
There he is. What's up, Super Dave?
I bet Real Time Catfishing will be following him, and he loves anybody with the name Dave.
That's right. Carmel Muncie. But did you say you did or didn't have anything laid out on rules?
So I got a notepad on my phone where I've started doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I think I have pretty much all of the species that I will be counting in it. Any kind of brim, bluegill, shellcracker, all those that fall under that. They're all bluegill to me.
Yeah, right.
Crappie, bass, sauger, walleye. Basically those type, perch, yellow perch, white perch, those kind of fish. I've got a nice little list going. So we'll keep it at that.
So if it's perch, my limit's 15. If I get to 15, do I win automatically or what?
No, you go on to the next.
You better start targeting another fish.
That's right. Avid's in the house. Welcome, Avid.
Avid Fishman, what's up, buddy?
Yeah, I think that would only be fair. But when it's catch and release,
I'm not releasing them.
So
I'll catch 14 and release the rest.
Yeah, then you're going to have to catch some bluegill or something. I know what you can catch. Rules, right? You can catch some ditch pickles.
Well, actually, when I go for perch, they're all the bronze backs. So there's no green carp where I fish for perch. So
that's too bad.
Here's the other thing, trout. Trout would be another one that I would consider in the panfish that we'll do. And there are some areas where certain species of fish, you're not allowed to put them back.
Right.
So you would have to follow your state's creel limits and regulations. So if it says you had 15 and you had to keep anything you caught, no matter what the size is, you would have to follow that, right? So if you say it's trout, and there's a 10 limit, well, you better think about crappie and everything else that might be around that lake too. So
that's exactly right. We want to welcome Kevin Baker and Frank with Twisted Fishing TV both into the show tonight. Uncle Jeep, as long as you are releasing them, though, you could catch 50 of them, whatever species is. But if you're planning on keeping them and taking them home, Mark, you're going to have to catch bass.
I can't keep them off of my hook when I'm bait fishing. I caught 24 bluegills last time I went bait fishing, like in a half hour. That's not including the 8 largemouth. One of them was like around 3 pounds too that I caught in the meantime. So that was a busy half hour. They just kept getting in the way.
Yeah, I hear you. Frank says carp, old sewer salmon, good bait.
Sewer salmon, that's a new one.
First one I've heard of that, but I like it. But now you're not. Are carp going to be included?
To me, no. To me, no, they're not. I mean,
carp fishing is fun. It's awesome. They fight like hell, but I wouldn't put them anywhere near.
Yeah, they're not. I don't consider them a panfish.
I consider maybe trout's pushing it a little bit, but that's the time of year to catch them. So I can understand why you would include them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. Then I got to start specifying what kind of carp, because James Dockery's going to be out there with a Snoopy pole snagging Asian carp, and he's got a honey hole with it. None of y'all would touch him on anything. So
what about silver cats?
No silver cats.
No silver cats?
Who wants to put them in a pan? Them things are nasty.
They are nasty.
You know what? I'm going to eat one of them this year before the year's over, and I'll report back to you. Because I've heard they're good.
You heard wrong.
And when have you tried them, Lyle?
Many times. I tried them the whole time I grew
If
up.
they were so horrible, why would you try it a second time?
Because one person says if you fry them, they're good. Well, that's a mistake. If you bake them in an oven, they're good. Another mistake. If you grill them, they're good. No.
Now I know he's lying because you can fry just about anything and it'd be good.
And not make them taste good. I'm telling you. They don't even make good bait. Other fish don't even bite them. They're just nasty.
But
And trout's not a lot better.
I see. Depending on how you cook trout, I like it.
I've never had it where I liked it.
Oh, I'll smoke them and peel when that meat's still hot. I'll peel it right back off the bones, throw it in with some capers and lemon juice and some softened Philly cream cheese. Holy smokes, is that good? Oh my goodness!
I'll take deep fried crappie.
I was just getting ready to say, Lyle, you're not using enough butter.
Butter is like salt. You can't get enough of it.
That's right.
What was it we was talking about the other day? That bacon,
this is not bacon.
Enough bacon. You can't get enough salt.
This is not Bacon Nation.
You can't get enough butter.
I'm going to start a cooking channel, call it Bacon Nation. There we go.
Hey,
that'd take off.
That'd be great. I'll be watching you every day.
I would be your first
subscriber.
Yep.
Mark, you and I are already hooked on Chud's barbecue.
We sure are. He called me out last week. I was so happy. I gave him an idea. He said he was going to run with it. So he subscribed to my channel. So I'm such a fanboy for a couple of them barbecue guys, man. It's a good time. But we're getting off topic.
Yeah. Let's rope it back into
what we always do.
Because I'll throw this out there that my dinner arrived about an hour and a half ago, and I've got a bucket of wings out in the house that I'd like to go eat. So
I like wings too.
I know that's why I'm getting ready to eat them.
Let's say hello to Straight to the Point Outdoors. I see Larry from 3+1 Outdoors also came in.
Buckeye Catfishing.
Buckeye Catfishing. What's up, Buckeye? How you doing? I see James.
Catfishers of America.
James is sponsoring the 1 vs. 1 Survivor Series this weekend. So you'll have a chance to win some of his great bobbers. And quite a few, actually.
They are really, really good product. They really
I like it.
Yeah. Chad like wingy.
Chad like wingy.
Aaron says that this Filipino woman makes fish jerky at this dock I fish. I bought a bag of crappie jerky, and it's freaking awesome.
I bet it is.
I got a catch and cook for some smoked crappie going down. That's why Chud subscribed. He says, if you do a smoked crappie video, I'll say subscribed. I told him, wait till I get my new camera. And he's like, all right.
Michael Murillo says, Mark, you would get over 1 million followers to Bacon Nation real quick. We love the sizzle.
Okay, I'm gonna make that channel up when I get off here.
There you go. Heck yeah. Dad, for $20, I'll sabotage Daddy Saturday.
$20? There you go.
$20.
All right. I'll message you after this. I just found out I was going to frickin' Tennessee River to fish against me.
Holy crap, I noticed that. I heard a little bit about that. And, the Tennessee River would also be a good place for somebody to sneak into that panfish tournament because it's full of bluegill and all kinds of panfish down there. Red ears and everything. Got a lot of backwater down there you can get in.
Yeah, I was kind of thrown for a loop, even though I'm hosting the tournament, when Larry, I think he's in here, what's going on, Larry, said he was going to head south to the Tennessee River. How do you feel about that, Chad?
Well, when you fear the Chad, you start making like crazy plans and you just start driving across countries. And I mean, I can't blame him for being scared. I mean, have you seen how many fish I catch when I'm on Fishing Live?
He says he will be swimming home. I assume he's talking about Cody.
So where do you plan on
Jason says he'd give him 50 to do it.
Oh, you're not saying where you're fishing yet?
Actually, J-Dog and I were just discussing that. It's it's going to be 92 here on Saturday, and it's not quite the end of pleasure boat season, so it's going to be an insane ride at that point of the day, especially the second half of the show and all that kind of stuff. So anywhere we have service is going to potentially be rough. So I don't know. I really don't.
Yeah, the temperature. I know that we're not. This is a different situation than Panfish Nation usually dwells on, but everybody that's fishing this weekend with these mid to high 90 temperatures is going on, stay hydrated. Don't get
Oh
out
yeah.
there and get overheated and get yourself in a bind. It doesn't matter if you're in this tournament or you're fun fishing or you're doing something else. Take care of yourself, because I'm telling you, you get yourself in trouble before you know it on deals
Yeah.
like this with these high heat days and stuff, and you really need to be watching that.
I'm sitting here sweating right now thinking about it. It's actually pretty warm still out here. It's humid,
Yeah, I bet.
but
It's not the Tennessee River that's doing it to you.
I mean, it's Larry. Why would I sweat Larry? I'm in Tennessee River. I mean, and he's thrown out some other rules that just it's totally handicapped me, and he tells me that he's going to freaking Tennessee River. I might just stay in bed. I might get a green screen that looks like I'm on a river and just act like I'm doing it, because I might be.
I will disqualify you.
Jason said he won't for me not to worry. He will be eating plenty of shad.
Watch the show. Uncle Jeep says it's 108 where he's at. Holy smokes. You keep that over there, Uncle Jeep.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's dry heat. But real quick,
it doesn't
before
matter
I'm gonna
when it's
get ready to
108.
jump
It
off
don't
here,
matter if it's dry or not.
November
6th and 7th. We'll do a 2-day. If I have more than 16 interested, I explained over there, I'm going to do it the way you did the 1 versus 1 and do a randomizer with the names that are interested in it. So we'll go from there. And see what we got.
Count me in. Sign me up.
Yeah, me too. When are you going to start taking entries? Will be the next.
Maybe here in a week or two. I want to finalize the how you win and all that kind of stuff.
Okay. I don't see having a problem getting.
I don't either.
Entries, and I think that the question will be, when you get entered, how lucky are you going to be to get drawn out in the 16? Because if let's face it, if Creole hadn't called me out, I probably wouldn't have made it. Chances are I wouldn't have made it into that tournament. Well, I wouldn't have. I was out.
Tim Molina says you can always go up against Ace Catfishing and video game fishing.
Who's that? Tim? There you go.
And did you see we got Bacon Nation in the house already?
Bacon Nation.
I got a good idea who that is.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy. But yeah, we'll get some more details. Obviously I've ran some things past you guys as well and some other people, and I want to finalize exactly what the rules are. Everybody knows my basic rules, Yeah. But we'll see if we can come up with anything interesting with it as well, and how we're going to call the winner and all that kind of stuff. So
I would bring something else up here about that while we have you on here. That way your wings get nice and cold. With panfish, there's always a good chance of them getting deep hooked.
Yeah.
And if they're not going to survive, please take them home and eat them, and don't.
I'd agree.
Let them go out. And it seems like whenever I go out after bait like that, I'll invariably have 3 or 4 that the next morning don't survive from being deep hooked, whether you cut the hook off in them or not. But just, if they're not going to survive, just cut them up and take them home, or make.
I would agree with any of our tournaments, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
that's something we probably ought to think about, because I don't want somebody to think, oh, that was some lightning. Okay, I definitely will be going in a second. That is, the fish isn't going to survive. We don't want to throw it back, because, I'd love to see somebody be able to eat it.
Yeah,
if it's not going to live.
I've given fish like that away in tournaments that wasn't going to make it, or was close to dying, and you knew they wasn't. And J Dog, yeah, we're going to beat you guys. It doesn't matter which one of us wins. It just don't matter.
But I think we should end on that though. Is we preach CPR and we are about
Right.
trying to make sure that we have it out there, but CPR is about responsible harvest. It does not hurt to keep some here and there. It feeds your family and stuff like that.
That's right.
So
selective harvest is more important than no harvest.
Yes. So I have no problem with that sort of thing.
Thank you, Dee, for putting them links in. But Chad, thank you so much
thanks for having me, guys.
For letting your dinner sit there and get cold. If you're lucky, Alicia and Dee hasn't ate it all.
I will be sending you pictures, Lyle.
I'm sure you will.
I'll just DoorDash me some when I get out of here.
Yeah, but Lyle can't.
Mine will be hot.
I do have tons of wings, almost 40 pounds of wings in the freezer. I could get them out and hook them up.
Bye, Lyle.
Thanks again, buddy.
Thank you guys for having me.
What about me? Just boot him. Just get him rid of him.
Bye, Mark.
All right, goodbye, Chad. See you later.
Man, what a great idea.
I agree.
We have been talking about this for a long time.
We were saying if he doesn't do it, one of us was going to, and then he finally got pushed into doing it. So
and I hate to be like that, but you're right. I think we kind of shoved him in there. Now let's take a look at all the people that's in chat that probably want to do this. You and I want to do it, but we're leaving out a couple. If Betty's not working and she can get in that pond that she goes to and wherever it is over in the Carolinas, wow. She could be hard to handle, but that's the one that concerns me the most of all.
She catches some monster ones there.
I know.
If it's a numbers thing,
well,
anybody
how
can
the
win.
guys set up their rules.
Yep, we're going to automatically disqualify Dockery.
Well, that was my next thing.
He disqualified.
Dockery,
he's already out.
If he's on the trout and they're biting, he'd be hard to handle. If not, he can walk out his back door, get on his side-by-side, ride down to the pond, and catch 30 or 40 in the first hour.
We're going to have special rules for him.
To handle.
His rule is going to be he has to fish in a pond downtown Chicago in order to compete.
I'm not sure you can.
Via the tollway.
Agree to that. Hey, there's Fishing Chick. Welcome to chat.
Hi, Lisa. How are you? Trophy Seekers Outdoors. What's going on? Fishing with Big Mike.
I'm always glad to have Mike in here, but he got us a lot of live feeds at night I watch. Sometimes I drop in and say hey, and sometimes I just listen to him fish. It depends on how many jigs I'm building at the time. Catfish regulators.
What's up, Aaron? He's got the 7 to 7 on Stan's channel starting Friday night at 7 p.m. Eastern time, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. That'll be an all-night event, and I know Brian's taking part in that, or he's helping host it, and then he's going to come over and compete in the morning. It's going to be a long weekend for Brian B.
It sounds like it.
Same with Stan. Stan's probably a part of that too.
It probably is. I'm kind of anxious to see Brian and Kelly go at it to see how that works out. It should be entertaining. And let's face it, there's a high percentage of entertainment in these online tournaments, or we all wouldn't be sitting there watching them for hours on end a lot of times. So,
well, also there's the other stuff that's with it. The winner's going to get half the super chats. It's reason enough. Why do guys fish big tournaments? They want that prize money.
Yep.
Also, the people in chat are going to get a chance to win a bunch of cool prizes that I put together, and the highest super chat's also going to get a matching Yeti cup that says they're the winner of the 1-versus-1 Survivor as well. Yep. So lots of reasons to be there.
Yep.
Now we can get some stuff together for Chad. I'm sure we can get a bunch of good stuff, make a bunch of people watch.
Oh, I'm pretty sure we can, yeah. So
Matt says that we need to worry about Kim Burnett because he said he wants to do the Panfish tournament. We can circumvent that too, Lyle. We can make him a judge, and this way he can't compete.
Yeah, you could do that, but Kim be tough. He fishes a lot of days a week and catches a lot of bluegill and a lot of crappie, and he's an awesome fisherman. So yeah.
He is a force to be reckoned with. That is definitely the truth.
I agree, and then you could always put in the rules: no fly fishing.
He'll catch him anyways. Yeah, don't matter.
Probably so, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, but he's pretty spot on with that fly rod and reel. So
he's pretty ready with that. He really is. Yeah. So
I did get some jigs from him. I purchased. I'm looking forward to using them. They're really nice stuff. I don't know if you will show them off here. Look at them. I got them sitting here on my desk, ready to go. Maybe we can use some of these hand ties that you do, that I do, that Chad does in the tournament. That'd be pretty cool to win a tournament with our own hand ties, wouldn't it?
I'll definitely be using them. Kelly Bullock says he got some jigs from Eric Massey. That's awesome. Papaw Ed, our service sucks at the lake and can't watch lives on weekends. That's terrible.
So how do the people in chat get a hold of you for your jigs, Lyle?
Message me.
Message Lyle. I think he's been stockpiling them, so you might get them faster than you think.
I showed you guys the other night.
Check this out, people. I think it's safe to say.
And these are not the ones that put up. These are just from the other day. A couple last 4 or 5 days. The rest of them are in blue boxes and clear boxes and multiples of boxes, and we're working on a Facebook page to come up with. I got to get some really good pictures put up, and then we'll open it up and let you guys take a look at some of them. But yeah, we're going to be doing that here pretty soon. But it hasn't really stopped anything yet. So
Geritol Jigs is officially open?
I didn't say that. I just got an image sent to us with a fish counter with the number 25 on it.
Of course.
Hang on. The man wants in.
Uh-oh, here we go.
This ought to be interesting.
Oh, really? Is he coming out of retirement?
I'm guessing so. We will see.
Drum roll, please.
Yeah. I don't know how long that's been sitting there. It may have made him some mad. He won't do it now.
You keep him locked in the basement?
No, I didn't see the message till just now.
Oh, okay.
It says, I want in. Oh, man.
Why do I have a feeling he's coming up here just to get at me?
Well, I wouldn't say just for you, but here's our buddy, Mr. James Dockery.
The man is back.
Fishing. Hey, buddy.
What's up, James?
Are you mad?
I think he froze.
No, he's moving.
Oh. I'm moving. I'm just letting you two idiots finish out your conversation you're having.
You know this is live.
How you feeling, my friend?
And no, I'm moving, Mark. If you pay attention.
Not very quickly.
No, but still pretty bad. So
I'm sorry to hear that, my friend.
Yeah, but it's awesome to see you in here tonight. It's really good. Lets everybody know that you still want to catch a fish once in a while.
Yeah, I do. But here's the thing. All right. One, I did beat Mark bad, like a redhead stepchild. And I kind of backed off there. I kind of left, off there for a while. And because Mark can't control the damn screen tonight and kick me off here.
Don't know what you're talking about. I would never do that.
What I was saying as far as I want in is to Chad's tournament.
Oh, okay.
And I'm not going to go after trout. Trout season will be open at that point in time, but I also think it should be on all public waters. No ponds, no, any of that stuff. I think it has to be public waters. Okay. I've got a couple of places that in mind that I think I'll do pretty good.
Yeah.
May not win it all, but I'll hold my own.
You going to plan on getting in?
What about that rule that you were talking about new to you water? water
fine.
you've never fished before. There's another one
On a
that make
live
it.
stream. On a live stream. I think that should be for all 1v1s and tournaments. You cannot fish the same spot or the same body of water if you've live streamed from it. You have to go to a new spot.
The only problem I see with that is in our area, it's so hard to find internet connections.
Well,
On the lake.
I understand that, but I mean, it's not like you've got a day to plan this out.
Well,
You're old. All you do is drive around anyway. So, I mean, you could find a spot.
I find a spot in the shade, take a nap.
That's you do that anyway.
I do. Welcome, Ernie. Glad to see you in here tonight.
Alan Piershala says to send Dockery to Bussy Woods, which is a big forest preserve out here. Culture shock for him, definitely. That place is like the hardest lake to fish in the whole world, I think. It's pretty horrible.
I've been in some of those places. Trust me, it gets pretty hairy at times.
They're in there, but it ain't easy.
Yeah, no, that's yeah. Another thing is, guys, keep Jerry Parker in your thoughts, man. He's been sick, and I think everybody in his family's been sick.
I agree. I just found out about that, so I drive so Lyle can nap. You're right, Cindy, you do. But Jerry and his whole family, I guess, is kind of got the COVID or something, and there's a lot of people got it. I know my son and his wife Casey have had it. I think they're about over it now and should be going back to work in the next few days. But Cotter, Arkansas, trout records. Hey, there you go. But anybody that's that, and I know Jerry is somebody that we all pay attention to, and we want to make sure that wish him the best.
There's a couple other people in the catfish family that kind of contacted me and said they're dealing with the same thing. So, but they didn't want their names out there and stuff. So just, keep everybody who has it in the family in your prayers and stuff, as well as Jerry and the others. And we'll all get through this.
That's right. That's what we got to do. Mr. Gadget says, Dockery, it's good to see you on the show.
Thank you, sir. Like I said, it's been an up and down battle here. So, and I'm on a couple of my down days. So hopefully I'll get back up and get back around and start coming back into some of these shows. But I've been watching the shows, guys, just not talking in chat. And sometimes I'll send random messages to certain people that deserve to be sent certain messages. But I mean,
I know that feeling.
I might too.
I know you do. Yeah.
Cody, I can tie them. But it's it's easier to ship them if you tie them when you get them.
Yeah.
You have a good nurse though.
Yeah. Well, is if I can get her to take her headphones off and actually pay attention to me every
Is she jamming again?
Oh yeah, she's got her screamo music going. She's toe tapping the whole 9 yards. Yeah, she's shrugging her shoulders.
Did you say screamo?
Oh yeah.
I had no clue.
You if you walk into this house, you're liable to hear anything from classical piano all the way up to grunge metal, just depending on what day of the week it is.
I don't even know what grunge metal is.
Well, it's look. I mean, I understand you grew up with like what Mozart and Beethoven, so I mean, it's not your cup of tea. I realize that. So. And the best thing is you can't do what you normally do right about now or say what you were going to say. I can read your face there, buddy. But guys, I also want you guys to really support
Did you
Bluegill tournament.
Absolutely going to support it.
Yeah. And let's hope like hell, somebody else that's got a YouTube channel doesn't come along and steal his idea and claim it's his. So
that's true.
There's enough of that crap going on. Anyway, I'm not in a very good mood, as you guys can see. But
you're classical, though.
I'm never in a good mood, according to 95% of the people that are in chat.
Justin's fishing face says you're stuck up and won't return messages. Justin, it's not that at all. He just don't feel like doing it some days.
I sent him messages for the past 2 months that he hasn't even looked at yet, Justin.
I'm
Don't feel
telling
bad.
you right now, guys. I basically threw my phone on the couch about 6 weeks ago, and I have not checked it. I really and truly haven't. Like I said, I've been in and out of the hospital and dealing with everything else, and I've been trying to get out as much as I can to fish, and that's only been 3 times. So
And that's
hopefully
pretty rare for you.
that is very, very rare. So, but yeah. But anyway, I've actually, like I said, the message was not meant for you guys. You, like you always do, and misunderstood something.
Really?
I was telling Chad that I wanted in on that bluegill tournament or that panfish tournament.
When you said you want in, that was my in to get you
Yeah,
out.
I know that was your in, and then Katie started yelling and screaming and complaining because she didn't want to be on camera. But
He never wants to be, but when she's catching those big channel cats, she doesn't seem to mind it so bad.
yeah, and want to be outdoors, my jolly old self. Yeah, that's true. So
It is. It's awesome to see you in here tonight. Um, James is still a no chicken person. Absolutely.
yeah, no, not going to use chicken. And that's another thing. It's not new, guys. It's really not. It's
No,
been
I've been using
around
it for
for
years.
200 years. Lyle used to use it all the damn time back in the day.
That's not true.
Lyle used chicken.
No.
Yeah,
The secret's out.
But he used the whole chicken, and on a rope when they were rowing across the ocean. So
Some squab.
yeah,
Bob.
his little rope in one hand, meat in the other.
Oh, mercy.
So anyway, guys, finish your show up. Have a good one. We'll see you
Thanks
guys
for
later.
coming in, James.
Thanks
Great
for
seeing you as
joining us.
always,
It's great
bud.
to see you. Hi, Katie.
Yep.
Aaron
Yeah,
says he's had 1058 crappie since January 1st. That's awesome. Good for you, my friend. I'm nowhere near this. I've been chasing flatheads, like you can see the scars. I ripped the knuckle, the skin clear off from one knuckle to the other on my
Are
hand.
you still crying about that?
Yeah, oh man, it's pretty good. I changed a bandage just for you for the show. You should have seen the one that was on there before. I've never had him do that to me in my life. Wear gloves, people.
I've
That's
had
the
this part of my hand on them big old blues and flatheads where they just, you get them to lift them in the boat or you take them out of the net and then they immediately spin on your hand.
Yep, and
Good
that's what
girl.
this happened. And this one was mean. Remember, I keep talking about them flatheads. They're meanest when they're in their 30-pound range. This one was 31 pounds, and he had. You're talking about a linebacker there. He was.
That's right. That's
He
exactly
was
right.
mad.
Kentucky Catman Outdoor Adventures has joined the chat.
Hello, Jim. What's going on?
But yeah, that's just the right size to lay you open. It really is. And I'm excited about this panfish tournament.
So am I. I'm looking forward to it.
Even if too many people get in it and don't get drawed out, that's okay. I'll help Chad run the tournament or something, or give him breaks when he needs them to do that. Whatever we got to do, we're going to make it happen. We're going to make it successful. From the back of a brontosaurus. Justin, I've been nothing but nice to you.
I think us at Panfish Nation could probably be a sponsor of the tournament. I'm sure.
Well, I would say they probably
Panfish
would.
crappie. I
Yeah,
think we'll
probably
take care
so.
of them good. We'll
Yeah.
have some prizes
Probably
there.
help him out. I probably jump up from the little white boxes that I give away to some bigger ones for that for some people. So we'll do good. He'll do good, and it'll be an outstanding time. And who doesn't like to catch them things?
Everybody does, and everybody can. They're available to everybody. You don't necessarily have to
That's
live
exactly
on the James River or the Mississippi River or the Tennessee River to get into them. They're everywhere, so it's going to be a great tournament.
We got a creek. I don't know what the name of it is. It has an access that people go down and sit there with their dogs and smoke dope and whatever else it is that they do out there that they're not supposed to be doing. But Cindy and I go out there if we need bait a lot of times in the week when it's nobody's around, and we can always catch a mess of bluegill.
My best bait spots are right where I catch crappie, so I'll be out there on my boat hitting those spots up here at this local lake, and we'll see if we can't put a hurting on them.
Well, here's something that I'm going to inform everybody. Lake of the Ozarks, Truman, Palm de Terre, they're all full of crappie and bluegill. Some of the best crappie lakes in the United States, and I don't fish for them. Now I'm going to start doing a little more of that. But what I'm going to be going to doing is going in the back of these coves and trying to hit them bluegill, because once you find them, and they're around all these docks, and Lake of the Ozarks got so many docks on it now that they refuse to let anybody else
What
have
is it, 153 miles long?
120 some, I think.
That's a lot of docks.
It is a lot of docks, and there's one every time you turn around. And they all got Christmas trees sitting around them or something out there to attract the crappie, because it's such a crappie lake. But in the back of them coves, that's where the bluegill are. And if you can find
Can you take Justin's wrench away from him for me, Dad?
I can. Is he being bad?
Yeah, just please. Thank you. Sorry to interrupt you.
No problem. Mark, you dragged chicken off the back of the ark. At least he was leaving me alone.
Well, now he can't bother either of us. And to think he's the father of such a sweet young lady.
Isn't that the truth? Isn't that the truth? Gabby is an awesome little girl. Oh my, 300 seconds. I forgot where I was at now, but in the back of them
You're talking about all the docks in Lake of the Ozarks.
Go back of these coves in any of these lakes and catch all of them bluegill and sunfish and red ears, goggle eye. There's all kinds of stuff down here for you to catch, and they're all going to be considered as panfish. I mean, it's true that Chad said no carp, and I'm okay with that because they're really not a panfish. But if you're a bass fisherman and you can get on 25 or 30 of them, little smaller largemouths in a day, there you go. Panfish is a panfish, and anything like that you are successful with and like to catch, you can get in this tournament.
Absolutely. I see Arlie Miller has joined us. What's going on, Arlie? And we got a new user. We got the Net Buddy says he's listening to us from Minnesota. We'd love the subscription, and we'd love a thumbs up.
Read farther up. I'm not sure what.
Oh, yeah. He says Justin said that you used to use chicken off the back of a brontosaurus.
I've seen that. Bless his heart. Friendly. Melissa Kennedy, welcome.
How you doing, Miss Kennedy?
Sorry, I'm back and was listening and chatting with J-Dog.
I just put him in another 300-second timeout.
I was talking about Chad. Did you put him in too?
Not yet.
Not yet. I did get a picture of some wings sent. They do look pretty good. Dockery handled that, though. Bless his heart. But, yeah, I think that's going to be an exciting tournament. I think you'll have a lot of participants. And here's my suggestion to people that's wanting to fish that. Get your name in the hat early. Maybe, just maybe, if we get an overwhelming amount of people in there, he'll have to open up another couple of days. But as it stands right now, 16 people is what he's going to allow in there. But, Mark, if he gets 75 entries, he's going to have to open it up, isn't he?
That's up to Chad. It depends how much he wants to put himself through.
Well, and that's true because it's going to be tough. Hey,
you know what they say? They say, always leave them wanting more. That's a good secret when it comes to handling some stuff.
Patriot James says, are bullheads a panfish? I would have to give that a yes.
I would disagree.
They don't get any bigger than a pan, do they?
It's flathead candy. That's not big. I'm not eating I'm not eating a bullhead. I don't care who says they're good.
People eat crappie, but they get mad when they use them for bait, which if I was allowed to do that, I would, and bass too.
I would never do that.
Yes, you would.
I would not.
I would use them both for bait, and I sure would. Oh, you're welcome, Dan. I'm glad you got them. I would sure use bullheads for bait. But I've ate bullhead, and they're not bad eating.
Hmm.
They're a little muddy, but if you cut out all the red meat and all the fatty meat, they're not bad.
Yeah, speaking of bullheads, I was out that same day. I was out bait fishing. I had hooked into a big old bullhead. And as soon as I got him up to the shore, he kind of broke off. But I'll tell you, Lyle, he had to have been 3 pounds. He was huge. I'm going back for him. As soon as this tournament's over, I'm going to go spend a little time at that little creek off the side of the Fox River, and I'm going to find that guy.
Yeah, I would too. 3-pound bullhead. That's a big bullhead. I'm not sure what the state record in Missouri is, but I was thinking it was like 4 something.
I think it's right around 4 pounds here too.
Yeah, so, but still, that's a giant, man. That's a giant bullhead. Cody from 3+1 says, ditch pickles for bait. Oh, you're going to upset some people. I'm okay with that.
Can't use them for bait here, and I follow
Yeah,
them.
you can't use them for bait here. Patriot James uses them out there in North Carolina where he lives. I believe he caught his biggest blue on a head off of a bass, which I've always felt jealous about that because he got to use them for bait, and I do not, and I don't think that's fair. But that's just me.
Speaking of bait, I still think at least here shad is king of the bait here. We finally got on some decent sized shad. We threw a cast net out last week, and we got some like 8 inchers, which I was really surprised to see. So I'm looking forward to using a lot of shad the next couple of weeks.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, and the shad should be coming in to where they start piling up in big wads of them.
In the dams, yep.
Yeah, so that'll be really good. If you're thinking about being in the Panfish tournament, go to my Facebook group and join. Watch for the post of when I'll start taking names. Tristan Dennis says Missouri State bull record bullhead is 4 pounds 11 ounces. Set in 1970. That's a holy crap! That's a giant bullhead. Wow. That is a monster. Wow. Patriot James says, my favorite bait. Yeah, I do bass with his. And this comes from a guy that used to be on the bass tournament trail. So
Crappie Day Fish On says he'll eat his weight in bullheads from the right waters.
yeah, I agree. I used to catch them out of a pond, a farm pond, and they didn't get really big, but there was some decent ones in there. And I'm going to say 12 to 16 inches, something like that. And you'd get 4 or 5 of them like that every time you go, and the rest of them would be smaller. And I'd clean them and we'd eat them. My mom and I used to eat them all the time when I was a kid because I could ride my bicycle to this pond and catch them out of there and then ride back. So it worked out. That was a long time ago.
I've never had bullhead.
You'd like them. If you like catfish, you'd like them all right.
It's too valuable a bait for me.
A long time ago because my butt hasn't fit a bicycle seat in at least 50 years. I'm pretty sure it's been that long.
Oh,
he caught a lot of 14, 16-inch bullhead. Them's giants. Yeah,
I've caught some big ones too. There's a lake out here, a Park District lake where I grew up, and you'd catch nothing but big ones over there.
Yeah, I don't know if Chad's going to consider them panfish or not. We'll just have to wait and see. He'll get all the rules written out, posted of what we can and can't do. Thank you, Freddie. Yes, please give us a thumbs up if you don't mind. If you like the show and what we do here, we would appreciate it. We got 57. It'd be great if we could make 60 tonight. We're running. Oh, it's just now 9 o'clock. So, but yeah, it's been a fun show. We had the Chad on. That's always a pleasure, and we had James Dockery on. That's even more fun. Especially James kind of been out of the picture for a while, so we was really pleased to have James on with us. And folks, he really probably didn't feel like doing that, but I kind of sent him a link and pushed him into it. So he jumped on there, and I'm glad he did because, man,
Justin's just being mean today. What's going on with Justin? I had to time him out again.
I don't know. James is and I used to talk pretty frequently, and when we don't for weeks on end, um, I know he don't feel good, and sometimes when I don't talk to him in several days, I'll call or message Katie and make sure that he's okay. And uh, I know they sit there beside each other all the time. That way, if he gets out of hand, she can whack him with something. But the end result is we don't want anything to happen to our good buddy James. So keep him in your thoughts and prayers because he could use a prayer every once in a while. Even when he's doing good, he could use one.
That's what I was thinking.
You know me, I'll let her roll.
Mm.
What else you got tonight, Mark?
Tonight, I don't know. We got the tournament this weekend, so I was hoping to get out fishing tomorrow morning for a few hours, but that isn't going to happen. I got to redo a bunch of graphics and stuff tonight, so that kind of got shot. We'll see if I can't get out Sunday night. If I can, maybe I'll go live, maybe I won't, depending on what's going on. But other than that, I just need to get back out on the water. I got back in the swing of the, seeing them flathead last Thursday night, and I got that flathead fever going. And catching all that bait kind of got me ready to go catch some crappie. So I got to get out there. I got a lot of fish I need to catch. And here we go. Labor Day is coming up, and Labor Day means king salmon time of the year, too. I don't know if I'm going to have time to get up there to Racine, Wisconsin. I don't think I'm going to. But if I don't, I'm going to try chasing some walleyes instead.
That'll work.
That's the plan for the next month. I try to plan it a month or two in advance.
Now, a lot of people think that walleye are as good to eat as crappie. I personally do not find them that good.
I love them, but I don't think they're
wrong with them. There's nothing wrong with them. Crappie's just hard to beat.
Crappie and perch are right up there at the top, and then walleye's a close second. So
yeah, I just as far as panfish go, there's just no way that I've found, and I haven't tried the perch yet, but I'm anxious to. But crappie is way up at the top for me, and I don't know. I just hey, Kim, you didn't miss it. We was actually talking about you not very long ago, talking about this panfish tournament that's coming up, thinking that maybe we need to have you as a judge or an affiliate with us that's hosting it so that you can't enter it.
Eric Burnside, what's going on, buddy? How are you?
Hi, Eric.
Be safe driving.
Hey, there's D. Welcome, D.
D wants me to fish tomorrow live. I wish I could, D.
I haven't seen a return comment from Kim yet.
There it is. There's a smiley, laughing face.
You can do that. That'd give the rest of us a little better shot.
Somebody might be calling him for some coaching or some tips prior to the tournament.
Up in his area, that could also be devastating.
There's going to be some heavy hitters out there. I'm telling you.
I think there will. I think
Dockery's involved. If Kim gets in there, Arlie, if he gets in there, I know Arlie's a big, pan fisherman out there. At least through the ice, I know he is. Right, Arlie?
I can't imagine you being able to fish successfully through the ice and not be able to catch them when there's no ice. I'd have to think you could catch them either way.
Crappie day fishing's well over 1,000 fish for the year. We're going to have some pretty stiff competition out there. I'm going to have to be on my A game. Oh, and Kelly, the Bullock experience.
And that's all he fishes for, basically.
He is. He'd be walking them creeks from that whole time.
Yeah, his legs are liable to go short from walking them so long. But, yeah, it's going to be exciting. And like I say, if it gets to the point where there's only going to be 16, it'll be luck of the draw if you get drawed out. So, but you're going to have some tough ones either way. Some real good ones.
Hey, Arlie Miller says absolutely both ice and open water. Follow me on Angling with Artie.
Oh man, that'd be great. Can somebody post that link up?
Is that a YouTube channel? I'll look it up. You keep reading the chat out. If not, I know he's on Facebook.
Okay. Freddie's Outdoor Adventure says, I got 3 spots. I know I can fill a boat up with brim in a few hours. Not sure about signal, so I'll have to go test. Yeah, and that's going to be some of the issues. Arlie says, no Facebook.
Okay, looking it up right now.
Um, that's going to be one of the issues because you will have to be going live because every fish that you catch that counts will have to be caught while you're live if he continues on with the way he's doing the catfish stuff. And I assume that he will because that works. It keeps the interest up from the viewers and the people that in the next round or whatever's going to be in there watching. So, yeah, I see that.
Did he mention if it was going to be a numbers tournament?
He didn't to me.
Okay.
Matt says, I already contacted Kim for coaching sessions. That's probably not a bad idea. Yeah, I absolutely have to be live. So, yeah, I figured that would be it.
I did hear the podcast that Arlie did with Beerfish Fanatics as well. That was a good one. That's out there on YouTube. Look up Beerfish Fanatics, and you can see an episode with Arlie there if you want to hear him on there. So
it'd be great. Yeah, that will be great. I'm gonna pull this Facebook page up so I can go check some of this stuff out here in a little while after we get done with the show. And unless someone in chat has some questions or something, I think we're about done.
I think I covered everything. I think.
Pardon me?
We can do the plugs. Make sure to check out the 1 vs. 1 Survivor this weekend. You got Catfish Weekly on Monday, 7 p.m. And then we're going to do a weekend roundup probably Monday night afterwards on my channel as well about the tournament. So,
sounds great. And we need to get a hold of Creo and get a date secured. He has to work our day that we was going to do our deal, so we're going to be doing it on another day. And I'll just leave that up to him, whatever day is convenient with him, because I want to make sure that it doesn't interfere with his work schedule. I would never do that to somebody, but we need to get that arranged so you know where we're going.
We'll get her figured out.
Chad says, right now I'm thinking numbers. It is likely to be too fast paced to do anything else, and I would agree with that. So, all you guys interested, make sure that if you're not subscribed to Fishing with the Chad, be sure to do that. If you're not subscribed to Panfish Nation, you might want to do that too, because we'll be giving updates and stuff along those lines also, and catfish and crappie while you're at it. But be sure to go over to Chad's Facebook page and make sure that you join there, because that's where the most reliable information will probably be at. But anything that he releases to Mark and I'll, we will share and have that up too.
Absolutely. We will definitely support Chad in this Panfish tournament, 100%.
Yep, absolutely. Other than that, I think we're about ready to go for the night. I've had a wonderful show. I believe, Mark, you and I done really good tonight. We had Chad and Dockery both in and not at the same time, and that worked out just really well.
Tristan Dennis. Hey, Tristan, if you got some questions about planer boards, you can contact me on Facebook or contact Chad through his group. I'm sure one of us will be able to help you with that, bud. Hey, Ernie, we're keeping your family in our thoughts and prayers, buddy. Nice to see you. Sorry we missed you.
Tristan, I've been using planer boards of 3 or 4 different kinds for about a dozen years.
Yeah, message Lyle. I wanted him to not have to message Lyle. Lyle Stokes on Facebook. He'll take care
I can do to help you, let me know, and I will do my best to. And if I can't come up and answer, I will head you to people that will be able to head you to help you out. So anytime. And if one of us don't get back to you, it's not because we're ignoring you. Sometimes it just takes a little while for us to get everything done. Thank you, Dee. Thank you so much. I wanted to mention that because I know Mark has the same thing happen. There's some days that we just get overwhelmed with messages and emails, and it takes to the next day to get caught up. It just does.
No, we're not complaining at all. God bless everybody that thinks we're putting up the message.
No complaints involved with it.
We're only human. We try.
we'll get back to you. Thank you, James. Appreciate it very much. Hope everybody has a great evening. We got our plugs in for next week.
Yes, we do.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for watching. We'll see you Monday night on Catfish Weekly and the Catfish and Crappie podcast.
Have a great one. See you Saturday, guys. Bye-bye.